Hi guys, it's Morganstone Comnick here. So it's our monthly Patreon Q&A. Sorry I'm a couple minutes late. It's been crazy couple days with work and anime club and all that jazz. But I'm here now. And those of you, I see some people are on, and thank you for the like. So if you could type in the comment that you're here, I would appreciate it. So I know who I'm talking to. That would mean a lot to me. And then we'll start officially in about 3 or 4 minutes. But I can't wait to talk to you guys, see what's going on. Show off some stuff and answer your questions. And hopefully warm up because this weather has been nuts. Where I'm at, it's been either really cold or like temperate, but it has that weird feeling in the air and it's overly windy, like the smell of rain because, apparently us Midwesterners, we can smell rain coming and all that fun stuff. But yeah, if you could tell me in the comments that you're here, I would appreciate that. My internet was a little wonky earlier also, so if I freeze or if there's a problem, please just message me in the chat. I will say that real quick in the chat. Hi, Joe. It's good to see you, my friend, you and your beautiful family. Thanks for joining us. Oh, of course. Absolutely. Holland bear. I like your name. That's really cute. Okay, so I'm going to put, okay, thank you, Michael. I was like, hi, Michael. I hope all of your stuff at the store went well today. Vince was actually talking about you because I saw the Vampire Masquerade card packs and I was asking Vince about them and he said someone was talking about them. That's okay, Joe. Your family's still wonderful and beautiful. Tell them I say hello. Okay, so any lag or issues? Okay. So since you guys are new, what we normally do is people ask me questions. We just talk and be goofy and fun, and it's just a fun, nerdy, safe environment and everything. You can ask me anything as long as it's PG-13. Just, I know how we're adults and everything, but just in case, since this is a playlist, it is just for you guys. The Patreon tier playlist is unlisted, so it's just for you. But just in case, I just don't want to get in trouble for anything since I do work at a school with small children, which I will admit have been driving me batty. I think a blood moon's coming or something is what I heard. So I'm just like, yippee skippy. That sounds fun. I can't wait for Thanksgiving break. Hopefully everybody will have some fun plans for that as well. I don't know what my plans are, to be honest. Usually I go to 3 Thanksgivings, my mom, my dad, and Derek's family. But last year with COVID, we only had Derek's families. And I know we're doing Derek's families, but they haven't given me a date yet. It depends on his brother's new job schedule. And then my family hasn't told me anything. So we'll just have to see how that goes. But I do hope there's ham. Not a big turkey eater. I'm also not a big pumpkin pie eater. I know that's sinful. But I do love mashed potatoes. Love macaroni. Just had a big bowl before. That was my supper because I hadn't eaten in like 7+ hours. I love my carbs. Probably why I'm not skinny. But that's okay. Carbs are life. I think one of my favorite shirts I ever saw was Oh, no, it wasn't a shirt. I'm sorry. It was on Jimmy Fallon. It was just like people write random tweets and stuff to him. And one was a lady always keeps a small dinner fork in her purse because you never know when there's going to be cake. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I want that as a shirt. I need to do that in my life. I think that's great. I love cake and cupcakes and brownies and things like that. I don't know why I'm talking about food. I'm not really hungry right now, but I mean, it's probably better that I'm doing it now than when I'm hungry, because I'm sure you guys know you go to the store when you're hungry and you end up spending way more than you should and all that fun stuff, but it's all good. So what do you guys like during your holiday meals or for a treat or something like that? And I will see if I agree with you. So you can tell me that while I tell everybody we're on, because sometimes YouTube doesn't do the notifications very well that I'm online. Although you can set reminders, I don't really know why it's like that, but it does. So if I'm on my phone, I'm not being rude. I can totally talk to you guys. I can totally answer and everything. I see another person's on. If you can tell me who you are, I'll say hi to you officially, which I appreciate. We have Michael and Joe, or Joseph, whatever you want to go by, Joe. I think I've called you both in our long history together. Joe and I went to church together growing up. So that's how we know each other. A poke bowl. Oh, cool. I've never had that before. I have had authentic ramen a couple times now up in St. Louis. Like they import all the ingredients and everything. And oh my Lanta, it is wonderful. It's amazing. I absolutely love it. So it's so good, and it's so filling. Oh my gosh. It's wonderful. I absolutely love it. So yeah. Hold on. A couple people I know for sure told me they wanted to be on, so I'm just trying to give them a thumbs up, 7-up, or whatever. That game was so biased because I would like peek and look at people's shoes. I didn't get picked very often, but that's okay. I mean, it wasn't a big deal. So yeah, that's something fun. Ramen's always good. Like I said, if you guys have like a favorite dessert, we can talk about food. That would always be awesome sauce. Because I'm kind of picky on some foods. Like I love chocolate. I know that's very stereotypical. Oh, a woman likes chocolate. But I'm not a big fan of like regular candy, like Sweet Tarts, Smarties, Nerds, things like that. I never got into them. Part of it is because some of those, like Skittles, I can't have because some of them are citrus based, and I'm allergic to citrus. It's not enough to harm me, but it burns my throat and my mouth because of my throat closes when I have too much citrus. So that's not fun by any means. So it's just not worth it for me, to be honest. But yeah, I don't really, suckers are okay. It depends on the flavor. You're gonna have to be careful. Again, hard candies the same way. I like butterscotches and oh my gosh, does anybody remember those creamsicle mints they had back in the day? They were like either pink or orange or sometimes chocolate, and they'd have the swirls, and oh, they were the most baller thing ever. I absolutely love those. My favorite teacher of all time, Miss Mahan, she had those, and if we were really good, we would get one. Oh, they were heavenly, and I haven't seen them in like over a decade, and it breaks my heart. Oh my gosh, I don't remember the name of them for the life of me. Like, I think they're like cream savers, but there was no hole in it like a lifesaver, which also I'm picky with lifesavers too. But oh, that's so flipping good. Another reason she was one of my favorite teachers, although she was just an incredible person. And her son and her daughter, I'm friends with them now too. And they're older than me, but oh, they're awesome. Yeah, Joe. Yeah, you remember. Oh my gosh. Those things were amazing. I wish they would bring those back. I'm trying to think. I could talk about chocolate. Okay. Is anybody else having trouble seeing the comic box? My mom says she's having a little trouble. If you are, just send me like a messenger message and I'll see what's going on with that. Or you can text me on Messenger if you're having trouble. Awesome. Okay. So message me on Messenger if the comment, wow, I can't spell Messenger. You think it would do it automatically. Messenger if the comment box is not a choice for you. Okay, so mom says she's on, and I know Michael is watching. Joe's here. It says we got 4 people. I'm gonna say don't be shy. If you don't want to talk, that's fine. But at least say hi or send me a messenger message or something. And I will eventually get that screen up I was telling you guys about for my birthday. I thought about it, but I was kind of rushing around today. But I'll definitely do that soon. Because it's beautiful cherry blossom. One of my girlfriends in my Otaka Girls group got it for me, and I'm very appreciative. I've wanted one since middle school or high school. So thank you so much. Hi, Julie. I miss you, girl. It's been too long. I can't wait for us to have our girl day, hopefully, pretty soon. Definitely need that. I know things get crazy with the holidays, though. But I do get to put up my tree next week. I'm allowed to. I have to wait until the day after Thanksgiving, which is fine. And then same thing in my classroom. My students are very sad that, like, why can't we put our tree up? Mrs. So-and-so next door has hers up. And I'm like, well, because we had to have Thanksgiving. And the co-teacher I work with isn't into Christmas that much. So she lets me do basically whatever, but we're very opposite. We work well together, but she is like anti-clutter, anti-decoration, and you guys know me. I'm just like, whoa, color and sparkles everywhere. So you can't see a speck of white. I know, Julie, you're right. Yeah. It's been a weird like month or two, guys. Like this fall's been really weird for me for a lot of reasons, but I'm getting there and everything. If you guys have any questions on like the audiobook or some of the projects I've been hinting at, or if I can tell you, or just anything in general involving my writing life and persona, I hope you guys are liking the few little memes I have for me, memes about me month, since November's my birthday month. They're just fun little simple things. Try not to bombard you, but give you enough to feel like your money's being, invested well and entertained, because I always want to make people happy. Gotta have fun with life too. I think the I'm sorry one with Homer Simpson where he's like, I think that one's my favorite. Although I do like the one with the guy showing his leggings, because those are both very me. There was a lot of good ones, but again, I didn't want to bombard you guys. So, but yeah, if you guys have any questions about, I see socks in the background, the audiobook or the manuscript I'm working on or projects. Okay. Andy's having the same problems. Okay. So if you guys can hear me, like I said, your comments aren't coming through, you can just send me a message on Messenger. I did it just like before. I think it worked okay the second time. So we'll just kind of see how that goes. I will let them know again. Sorry, I'm not trying to be rude. I know it looks like I'm being rude. Definitely trying not to be. Oh, I see Julie's message now. Sorry, Julie, it didn't come through for some reason. On here, and I'll relay. Ugh, I am definitely not good at sports. We're doing our sports day makeup in a couple weeks for Anime Club. We're supposed to do it around October 10th, which is actual Japan Sports Day, and we do like little fun variants of them. American style. Oh, Sports Day is so cute in Japan. Definitely research it if you haven't heard of it. But I had to cancel it the first time because I was sick, and then we tried to reschedule the next week, and then we had a tornado. Oh, okay. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, that there is lag sometimes. But so we're going to try to do it in a couple, like 2 weeks. And I have a lot of seniors this year, so I was trying to work around their schedules because they're like, a lot of them are multiple clubs. And I guess we'll have to do it inside because I'm sure it'll be wet or cold by that point. But I have some fun games planned. And I am not athletic, but I wear my Sensei headband that my first year kids made me now almost 5 or 6 years ago. And I just cheer for everybody. And I'm like, Gamane, which means go for it. So that's a lot of fun. We usually watch a sports day episode of an anime and they're way over the top. And the kids are like, are we supposed to do that? And I was like, no. I always got recipe for a second. Hi Sarah. Good to see you, girl. Yeah, the monitor thing's not matching people at all. So that's why I'm like, I don't know who's here and who's not. So I apologize. Oh, thank you, Andy. Yeah, I got this for like $3 at JCPenney's like years ago. And it's real velvety here. So I really enjoy it. I wear it for holidays a lot. It's got a scooped hem at the bottom, which is really nice. And then I'm wearing my Oblivion key, one of the 2 keys that Roxas has in Kingdom Hearts. Does it go with my holiday outfit? No, but I kind of went for a red aesthetic to look dressy, but I'm still very comfortable. And Veterans Day was last week, and I have a rose, even though it's the closest thing I have to like a poppy, and the poppy is very important to me. I actually wrote a short biographical essay story about the poppy in my first poem short story book. I think it was the first one. Yeah, it was called A Sweet Little Dream. And I really enjoyed that. It's about a memory I have with my grandfather who was in the Navy during World War II. He passed away when I was 7. And I don't have a lot of memories of him, unfortunately, but everything I have is wonderful and good. And the pictures I have with him are very precious to me. But I do remember this memory, and it has to involve with Veterans Day and the poppy. And then I talk about now as an adult how I reflect on what the poppy means and what these men and women saw or are seeing currently with conflict when they sign up to defend our country. So that poppy is special to me, and that's why I'm kind of doing that, being a little festive. And I don't know, it's been a rough week, so I thought Oblivion was a good Keyblade. I got 3 Keyblade necklaces. Oh, you're so sweet, Andy. That's awesome. But thank you. I appreciate that. But yes, so we were talking about, for those who just joined us, we're talking about like candy, sweets, maybe like your favorite holiday meals. I'm just kind of curious because I'm full and it's a good time to talk about food because then I won't want it as much. I told them how I don't really like candy. I like chocolate, but I don't really like candy. I'm real picky, mostly because of my citrus allergy and just because I don't like candy that much. I'm terrible. Okay, this is going to sound really not PG-13 and you can laugh at me, but I don't like candies I have to suck. Okay? I get too impatient. And I might do it for like a maybe 50 seconds max or licking candies. And then I'm just like, "Oh, forget this." And I just like chomp and bite on it. I did that. What did I do that to? I did it to some candy, and and it freaks somebody out. So I can't be patient for hard candy or candies you have to suck on. But I take things like ice cream sandwiches or ice cream and I wait until they melt. And I'm very patient with that. And then I eat them because I don't like them solid. Maybe it's a temperature thing with the cold. I don't know. But I'm kind of weird. No, Andy, I would not do jawbreakers. I choke on my own spit or water all the time. And it's gotten worse as I've gotten older. I don't have like thyroid. Hi, Joe. I don't have like thyroid problems, although I have all the symptoms and I've been tested a zillion times and they're just like, oh, your thyroid's fine. My doctors almost seem disappointed. My fingers crossed. But there's that. So, but I think as you get older, things sometimes, things get harder to swallow. You kind of, your body regresses or gets just worn and tired. I feel tired all the time. Lupus don't help. But do you guys have any favorite chocolates or candies or festive meals or meal traditions? Like I know sometimes there's like family members who like it's their job to make their world famous blah 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 whatever it is. I didn't really grow up in a cooking family. Not that my parents couldn't cook, they could. They were just real busy, and Miles and my brother, we were picky, so it didn't bother us to have like cheese and grapes and cracker plates or microwave popcorn chicken balls or something like that. It didn't bug us none. So when I met Derek and his mom cooked for him almost every night, I was just like kind of stunned and everything. Green bean casserole. Yeah. I don't really like green beans, Andy, but I will eat that. And I don't like cream of mushroom soup, but I think that's in most of them. But the past couple of years, if it's made just right, I will eat it. My mom's is pretty good. But I think I started eating it because I ate those little onion thingies on the top. I didn't know what those were. Oh, I haven't had those. But yeah, I ate those onion things, and I ended up buying once I asked my mom what they were, I ended up buying some and eating a whole bunch. I didn't realize you're not supposed to eat them on their own. I just thought they were like really salty type onion chips. And then I saw the calorie count, and then it made me realize why I got sick. This was only like 3 years ago. I'm 30 years old, so I'm a baka. But but now I actually don't mind it. I've had a couple. I will try green bean casserole now. Or my friend Drew made some amazing one time asparagus with like a whole bunch of good seasoning, a little bit of bacon grease, nothing crazy, but so amazing. And again, asparagus is something I don't touch. I'm not a big veggie eater. Again, I still get scolded for that by people who are older and wiser than me, but I'm slowly learning. If you can hide it in something, I will eat it. I think the only stuff I really won't eat is I won't eat mushrooms. I won't eat onions, although I love the taste of onion powder. Like that's fine. It's a texture thing. There's a couple things I won't. I'm not a big seafood person. I'm from Missouri. I probably haven't had like really good fresh seafood unless it's from like a lake. It's probably a fish. And I don't mind fish, but like shrimps and crabs and I eat crab ragout, but that's because of the cream cheese. So I'm not a big seafood eater, unless it's smothered in something, so I don't really taste the seafood. My dad's like that too, so I got that from my dad. My mom and my brother love seafood though. Derek likes it a lot too. You can like mushrooms and onions, Andy. That's totally fine. So funny story, and if you're on here, I want you to, since you can't do the chat, respond to me, please. Joe, if you're having trouble too, I know you're eating, but let me know. I know some people are having trouble getting on the chat. You can always send me a message on Messenger. But my mom loves mushrooms, or yeah, she really likes mushrooms. So, Joe started sent me a picture. Okay. Ooh, Joe, that looks delicious. Ooh, that egg looks really good too. Awesome. That's a poke bowl, huh? But my mom loves mushrooms, and my mom, I love that she's not afraid to try new new products or new things or endeavors and stuff. Okay, awesome. Thank you. And I think I was in high school when this happened, but It must have been either like we were Miles and my dad and my dad picked us up. I thought it was from school, but maybe we were late from something because it was just getting dark. And I remember my mom was hanging up this giant bag, and it's probably almost 5 feet tall, giant, clearish, oddly shaped bag. It was really long on one side, but kind of lumpy on the other, and she was hanging it from one of the trees in our side yard between the shed and the garage. I used to call that my fairy forest. It's just a real short little path that led to the backyard and just between like the garage and the shed. And in the headlights, again, it's almost dark. It's shining, and mom's just hanging up this clear white, giant, lumpy bag that's about 5 foot. And we all are like, is that a person? And I'm just kind of looking, and Miles is staring, and dad just looks perplexed. And I just learned the word cadaver from a play like not that long ago, and I was like, oh my gosh, mom killed somebody. And dad went out to investigate, and then she told us, oh no, it's like a fancy bag device to grow mushrooms or something. But Miles and I were still creeped out because it really looked like a person crammed in a body sack, just hanging it from the tree. And then that thing would sway in the wind and scare the bejesus out of us. Like we couldn't look at it. I didn't last very long. I don't think she got a lot of mushrooms out of it. But I always remember that. Yeah. So I probably would have been sophomore or junior year because I did a play. It was a murder mystery play. And instead of I'm a Believer by Smash Mouth, we sing I'm a Cadaver. Because at the end, I think all but 2 of us died. I was the last to go other than the villain, other than like the murderer. So I got to play with a fake knife and like plunge it. And had some solos as well. So we were in 20s attire. So I had a flapper dress, and we knocked down the fake palm tree on accident, and it fell onto the stage. And my friend Michael was really cool, and he was like, the captain's dead, the palm tree's dead. That was ad-libbed, and the audience knew it, and they just roared with laughter. So we're like, good job, Michael. Oh, I had so much fun at theater camp. I really miss theater. I do, and singing and stuff. But I sing a lot on my own, just so my vocal cords don't get too dried up. But again, just finding time for things or the right play and everything like that. I mean, guys, I'm doing like Dungeons and Dragons. I'm writing books. I'm doing anime club. I'm teaching. I have Sunday school. I have my Otaku Girls Club once a month, which I love. I try to see friends. I try to have a social life. I try to rest, or my body just craps out on me and then I have to rest anyway. So again, I get invited to do like theater and stuff a lot, or singing, but alas, I just don't have a lot of time. So although if we do Christmas this year, like properly at my church, I definitely want to be in the, like either a choral leader if we're not going to do a choir, or definitely a choir or a solo or duet if they would let me. I haven't had one in like 2 years. Usually I have one, but between COVID and just, I think the year before I just didn't have one for some reason. Yeah, Andy, theater's wonderful. Theater's a lot of fun. I never got like a starring role or anything, but I can ham it up. Ironically, I think I talk loud. I get told I talk loud, but then people have trouble hearing me. I don't project well, especially singing wise. My diaphragm's kind of weak. I've always had a weak diaphragm. And breathing techniques and massage people have tried to help me with that. And I'm just like, I'm trying, but as long as I'm breathing right, that's what matters. Okay. Am I boring you guys? I'm sorry. I hope I'm not. Like I said, please ask questions. If you want to ask questions about, I'm just rambling about food and theater and cadaver mushroom bags. This is kind of what we do, Michael and Joe, stuff like that. But please, if you have questions about anything about like I'm doing writing wise, about the Patreon, some plans coming up, and I'd be happy to talk about a couple things I know for sure. Or I can tell you for sure. So we're working on that. I did go to my local bookstore today, and they are awesome. and they always like having 2 copies of all my books because I'm a local author, and they sell my stuff fairly well. Not, I mean, I'm honestly not trying to brag, but I'm just kind of always pleasantly shocked when that happens. So he didn't realize he was loving one of my books, but I always, sorry, something like fell off the ceiling. But I checked and showed him, and then when I went back there, he was missing 4 of my books, and he's like, "Which ones am I missing?" I told him. He goes, "Oh, bring them all next week." I mean, Christmas is coming. My sales go good, and books are great gifts. I mean, books are great gifts all the time. But I say, yeah, absolutely. So I really enjoy that. Andy, that's a good question. Where are my books at? So I'm assuming you mean like, do you mean on websites, like where they're more obtainable, or do you mean locally, or both? Because they're definitely on Amazon because we work with CreateSpace, although we do have our own imprint and everything. But CreateSpace is a good platform to use for your printing needs, and Amazon does run CreateSpace. I'm not published through Amazon, but again, we use them for the printing services. And by affiliation, they kind of trickle down to other places like Books a Million, .com, barnesandnoble.com. And then for ebooks, they have like, is it iRead or iBooks? I can't remember. It's one of the two. Whatever is on the iPhones is on there. I always say iTunes, but I'm so old school. That's not right. Kobo is on there. Smashwords, that's an ebook service. Really good ebook service if you don't do that. Book Depository, I think, is one on occasion. I don't really know how that works. There's an option for it, and then Amazon filters it. It takes a little bit of time, but Amazon is the best place to do it. You can always order from me directly if you want an autograph copy. And I always do media shipping, so it's a very fair price. Autographs are free. I also have bookmarks and prints if you would like pictures of those, or on my Facebook, or I can send them to you if you message me. I go to do conventions, and I also have about 4 or 5 local shops in my Missouri area that also sell the books. I would love to get them in like some of the bigger St. Louis shops. However, you have to like sign a contract and promise that you'll sell so many books within a year, and if you don't, you have to go pick them up. And again, I just can't do that. Like, I don't like driving in St. Louis anyway, and the traveling and everything. So I thought that was kind of strange. If you live up there, I can understand that, and you're a big author. But Goodreads, yeah, Goodreads is a great resource. I don't think you can order directly from Goodreads. I could be wrong, but yeah, Goodreads is a really good source. But yeah, so those are some options for getting my book. Locally, there's Aesop's Treasury in Farmington. That's the bookstore. And then there is also Gamers Bazaar, which is now a used video game and trading card shop. They also have some toys and things as well. They're fantastic. I can imagine, Joe. And Books Galore in Festus has my books. I haven't talked to them in a while, so I'll probably need to go down there and see how they're doing. I don't think I have copies of my new books. Villainous Grounds is a coffee shop and comic book store. That's what I meant to say. In Perryville, Missouri. They're also one of my sponsors. Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah, I guess I cut out. So yeah, I'll do that real quick. So I have Aesop's Treasury in Farmington. I have Gamers Bazaar in Farmington. I have Books Galore in Festus. And I have Villainous Grounds in Perryville. I did have one in Fredericktown, their local bookstore. Books are better, but alas, I'm pretty sure they are closed. I haven't heard anything from the lady. So I mean, she's very nice, and I did a book signing there, or maybe 2. I know I did 1 for sure. She even decorated for my themes and stuff. It was really cute. And of course, I do conventions, and I keep you guys posted on my Facebook with my conventions. So that's where I am locally. But again, if you just want one from me that is signed, and I do sign all the local ones as well, you can just talk to me. I do have an online store that also does that, but I have to charge a little bit extra just for the middleman. So it's honestly easier to buy them from me at a con or just emailing me directly. Plus, we have that communication, and I really enjoy that. So thank you, Andy. I appreciate those questions. Manuscript for the next book is going well. Oh, Aesop's Treasuries in Farmington and Gamer's Bazaar. And then Books Galore and Festus are the other ones. So hopefully that helps. Manuscript is, slowly clunking along. I plan to, over Thanksgiving, really hit it hard. I'm doing the bios for my Hunter and Bringer characters because it's a fan book, and I don't know why. I'm tired, or I just don't have the mental capacity to do them. I think I'm putting too much detail in. I kind of used, don't laugh at me. I used the Twilight fan book, which is like 600 pages, which I don't think the short stories, I don't know. But anyway, I'm using that as kind of a fan base as well. Sorry, I just texted an inquiry real quick. Okay. So it's going well. I've got 8 of the 11 main character profiles that Susie made the pictures for. I've got almost all of the art. Julie has been working on that, so thank you, Julie. Along with a whole bunch of other amazing people I love to spotlight. And then I want to do some of the minor characters I mentioned, especially if they're family members of the main characters or in the organization, but I don't want to go too deep. So I'm looking at other fan books, just not to copy, but just as a reference to see how deep they went into that. So, hi, we have some more friends I see. Hi, guys. It's Morgan here. If you could, if you have the comment chat thing, it's on my right-hand side. Leave me a comment just with your name real quick so I know who's here. That'd be fantastic. If you're having trouble, you can message me on Messenger. And then I'd be happy to answer any questions. We're just kind of talking about the new manuscript and all that stuff. Again, you guys are awesome for being my patrons. So thank you so much for all of the help and love and support. I will do my best not to let you down. And I think the audiobook will turn out amazing because my 2 narrators got to give me a sample, and I was just like in awe of everything that they did. So it's really fun to have a male and a female, especially when, the 2 main characters, even though it's from the female's perspective. The male character, Jeremy, he's critical to the story and not just, he's a pretty boy, so that helps, but he's critical in a lot of ways. So I'm glad to have him and the other male characters represented by a male. Not that females can't do good male voices or perspectives, but it's phenomenal. So I'm really excited to share that with you guys. And I do have a sneak peek update for something coming up for you guys next week. So make sure you're checking out the Patreon, and I hope you enjoy again the memes I'm doing every couple of days for my birthday month. And eventually the cosplay video will come out. We were going to do it last week, but then my friend who's helping me, we just both had really rough days. So we're going to try to film it in a week or 2, and then I'll get it out to you as soon as possible. So there's not going to be any fancy editing. It'll just be a series of short videos. And I will let you guys have first access, and I might share them maybe around Christmas time for everybody else, or I could just keep it exclusive since without you guys, we wouldn't have that video. So you have to see which cosplay you voted on won. I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of embarrassed. I have to do this one out publicly in, where people really know me. Like, it's in a con, it's different because everybody there is a nerd or to have a good time. Out in public, like at Walmart and the library, things like that, I don't know how it's gonna work out, to be completely honest. So we will have to find out on that and everything. I can show you though, if you want. some of you have seen these already, but I'll just show them off real quick. The products that I have that are Patreon exclusive or early access, and again, the money for those at least probably 40%, 40 up to 40 to 60 depending on the item and material costs, and I pay that with my own money, not from the Patreon fund. That's all, every cent of that's going towards the audiobook that you guys are helping to create and fund. But the items are, again, helping with that, and I think you guys will enjoy them. So again, I know the light's not good right now, I'm sorry, but these are on if you go to the Patreon main page that says like all the biography stuff about me, towards the top there's a link to a special Patreon merch page that's just for you guys, so you'll get to see a much clearer picture of these. But we have 2 stickers. We have the Hunters, which is the silver with the book and the sword and the bow. And we have the shield and the magnifying glass and beaker for the Bringers. So we have silver and bronze. And they're big stickers, about 2.5 inches. I'm pretty sure, at least 2 inches for sure. But they will be $4 a piece or $7.50 for both. But the shipping is free regardless. So that will help with that. And I believe for the cost of everything, I think this is about a 60% to help us with that, because I was able to work with a really great company for this that wanted to help out and give a good deal. So again, something you can order. You just contact me. You can contact me, or I can give you my PayPal. I didn't make a store because, one, the Patreon store only has limited items, and 2, it would be cutting out the middleman, so we'd have more profit towards the audiobook. And then we have the rose for the paper rose. Sorry, it's based on the Cherokee rose, which is important in the second book in the series. I make these myself. The other ones will be better because I'll remember to print double-sided. This is just my prototype. I have 2 of them. Or you could have it on more like age-looking paper, if you want a more brownish, bookish feel. But I do so color the insides yellow and the red for the Cherokee rose. And you can pick your favorite scene from Hunter and Bringer, or Monsters and Mortals. Or if you have a favorite character, I can find that. Or if you don't care. So these are on the site at different prices. I believe it's 6 because they're a long stem, and I'll put a red string of fate with a quote from the book or a signature by me or both on there. So it's $6 because they're a long stem and they're going to be really full compared to other websites. $2 for shipping if I have to ship them. And then also, okay, so I just got messages. Or you could do half dozen or full dozen, and we'll give you a good deal, and of course save on shipping. And then last, that's my favorite, is the charm bracelet. I got to help design this, and I was really, really excited about that. So we've got a turtle, we've got a feather, we got a katana, we got 2 hearts interlaced. Kind of hard to see the hearts. We got sunglasses, we got a wolf, we got a mask, and we got a helicopter. And it has this nice clasp, and I try to leave as much room by the turtle as possible so you can adjust it. So we have sold 2, which is awesome. There's only 17 left. There's 20 only, and after that, they're gone. So if you're interested in that, this is $35. Again, just because of all the details and everything. You get a special box with a little certificate of authenticity and my signature. And if I have to ship it, it's $40, just $5 for the shipping to make sure it's good. If you're local, again, it's $35, and I'll deliver it to you. Okay. So again, I'm not trying to go down your throat. If you think I am, to let me know, and I will chill. But it was fun to create these, and I hope just it's worth the while for you guys and for me in the book, honestly. And then I got this in the mail. So I met a girl at Fanboy Expo a couple weeks ago, and she did some Disney prints, and she only had this in big, and I wanted it in small because I don't have a lot of room. And then usually see me trying to put posters around my house for the last 4 cons. Oh, my Lanta. But anyway, she goes, well, I can send you one for free. And she's like, oh. I said, okay. So her name's Brittany, from Brittany and Art. And she even put my name on the little card she made me. Isn't that stunning? She hand drew that. It looks just like the movie. I'm just so in awe by it. I love Mufasa. I love Simba. I love Lion King. It's my favorite Disney movie. So I'm really glad that I got this. So I'll have to put this in my room because I put my most favorite fandoms in my room. Sorry, I want them close to me. And then for anime club, and school. So my kids have now watched Totoro this year. They just finished Ponyo, and they loved Ponyo. And they want me to bring, they kept saying, why is there no Ponyo 2? And I started explaining Ghibli does not do sequels. So I'm going to bring another one in. I'll probably bring Kiki and then Arrietty, because those are good for kids. And then if I feel like they're up to it, I might do Spirited Away. Just because the plot's a little different. One kid loves all of them, and he wants House Moving Castle. But I'm like, I can't show that because you guys, it's PG-13. in my little room, I can't do that. But in my anime club, they're high schoolers. So my brother brought this over a couple months ago. And oh my gosh, it's amazing. So if you've watched Gurren Lagann or I think Panty and Stocking, and there's another one, but oh my gosh, this one's just, Kill la Kill, and Little Witch Academia. Oh my gosh. So this is a wonderful movie. It's got your stereotypical, over the top, cheerful, eats too much, gets bored easily protagonist, who's a firefighter, because what happened 30 years prior to the main story is all of a sudden these people just started combusting, like human combustion, like all over the world, and it wiped out like half the planet. And from there it just kept going, but people were starting to learn to control the fire powers. And then they split into factions. So there's people who have these abilities and people who don't. And the people who do have these fire abilities are basically treated like outcast mutants, almost like dogs, even though they're so powerful. But also the people with the fire powers, they start fires. So it's this conflict of why this happened. And like, he's a firefighter, the main character, an overly enthusiastic firefighter with a mecha, of course. Way too much energy and a way too long name when he names things. It has to be cool when he pilots it. But, it's really good. And they were dead quiet watching it. They had their heads down, but they were watching it. And they giggled at a couple funny moments because there's always some comic relief. And I'm like, are they enjoying this? Normally, like, they ask me questions. And they were eerily quiet for an hour and 15 minutes. We still got like 35 minutes to go. And then the bell rang for the buses, and they stood up and they all looked at me wide-eyed. They go, we're going to finish this, right? I said, if you want to. They go, yeah, you can't leave us hanging like that. You just can't. So I felt like I did a good job as a sensei. So this is a great movie. I highly recommend it. I think it's Promare. It's the name. It's a secret name that is part of the story. I can't tell you what the secret is, but it's really, really good. I'm glad Miles brought it over and let me borrow it. So I highly recommend that just for something. And then I just finished listening to an audiobook. I believe this is my 8th or 10th book of the year. I wanted to do 18 by the end of the year, but there's no way. So next year, I'm going to take my very needed year off of writing and focus on some other projects. But I'm also going to focus on myself and my reading experience because I am also a lover. I love reading. I'm going to take that 9 or 8 I missed and add it to my 18 total next year. So I'd love it if I could read 33 books or 34 because that would be my age. But we'll see what happens. I am going to read all my manga over Christmas break. I don't care how it affects me. I have so much I haven't read from last Christmas. I'm probably going to get more. So that's my goal. But I just finished this audiobook, and it's How Y'all Doing? It's by Leslie Jordan. I adore him. He's just this wonderful, mischievous, sweet person. Just the most southern, adorable accent. And he actually had some good life lessons. And he just talks about, his experience growing up in the South as a confused little boy, because he is an openly gay man. But I mean, back in the South, when he was young in the 60s, he didn't know. He knew it was different. But he talks about having the support of his family. And all this book stems from him being an Instagram star during COVID last year. But just all his adventures and everything. And he's a wonderful person, a wonderful role model. And he's been through a lot. And he's been through therapy. He's been to jail. He's been through alcoholism. And he openly admits it. So in a very inspiring way, and makes you chuckle. Not that it's funny, but like I said, it's very inspiring. So it's only 4.5 hours, the audiobook. So I'm sure the real book's probably pretty small. But if you like Leslie Jordan, he was guest starred on Will and Grace. He's been in a lot of shows. I think he's in American Horror Story a couple times, which I'm definitely not going to watch. But it's by Leslie Jordan, and it's How Y'all Doing? Misadventures and Mischief from a Life Well Lived. And when I saw it had an audiobook, I said, if he does not narrate this, I'm going to throw a riot. And I did. So happy. So thank you, Mom. This is a gift from my mom for my birthday. So I'm so glad I finished it in like a week for my commute to school. A Heroic Villain is a small free book series that is good on Audible. Awesome, Joe. I appreciate that. And yes, my new audiobook we're working on together will be on Audible. So I'm excited about that. Yay! Audible and iTunes and however Amazon does it. I think there's like 3 platforms that they use, but Audible is their biggest. So I'm really excited about that. Yay! So it's been so fun listening to the sample and reviewing and talking to the narrators and all that jazz. I can't wait to reveal my other secret project really soon. It's coming along. And for you guys to meet a special person who's been helping me behind the scenes. But I don't want to tell you much more than that, because I think maybe 2 or 3 people know about this project other than me and the other person involved. No, 4. My publicist, of course, because she has to help with some of the graphics. So, and I also work on my manuscript. Hope I'm not boring you guys. I don't see a lot of talking. So, Gomendosai, I apologize. Thank you, Andy. Yeah, I'm really excited about that. We are going to do the Kickstarter in the middle of February. I've got a mentor helping me, and the owner of Aesop's also has done them before, so he's been giving me tips. And hopefully we can raise the money. I know it's asking a lot because you guys obviously donate, and you can buy items off Patreon, but the Kickstarter will be a one-time thing. You pledge, and if we meet it, then that's when you pay. If we don't meet the goal, then you guys get your money back. We don't get the audiobook then, but so hopefully advertising, branching out, all that stuff. There'll be even more exclusive stuff that's for anybody who wants to do Kickstarter as well. And I'll also be posting the December schedule soon. I'm thinking, since the holidays are so crazy, and tell me what you think about this, guys. So instead of I do a Shining Star interactive game 1 day a month for my Shining Star $10 tier. And then I do this Q&A for all 3 tiers. Just for December, because it is the season of love, joy, and giving. Would you guys object if I combine the 2 and we do an interactive game with all the tiers? I don't want to sound unfair to the $10 tier since they pay more. And that's one of their special things. But I would only do it for December. Plus, I would also be less hassle for you guys to schedule if you're interested in both, be less hassle for me. And I think it'd be fun to have a big interactive game with more people. I mean, if you object or you think it's an okay idea, just let me know. if I don't hear anything, I'll probably do that. I'll probably do it the Wednesday after Christmas. I know people still, or I could do it on a Wednesday, like real early December as well. But I know a lot of my friends are teachers. They have like concerts and art shows, and then you guys have family things. And then I always go see the Nutcracker, and then there's parties and a Christmas special. Oh, yeah. Well, if we did a Christmas special, Joe, I would be singing Christmas songs to you guys the whole time. And I don't think you guys would want to hear me sing for 40 minutes. Unless I could hear you guys sing too. But unfortunately, that's not how this works. But thank you. I appreciate your opinion on that. So, and then once January goes around, we'll go back to Shining Tears, have their own interactive game as their exclusive perk for doing $10. Again, not that I don't love you all. I love you all, and every cent counts. So love you all. And then everybody invited, of course, to the Q&A. And then for the Kickstarter, I think I might do like a ticket. It wouldn't be too expensive, but it'd give you access to an exclusive Q&A with me and the narrators of the audiobook. I have to ask them to make sure they're okay with that. But I think that'd be really fun too. But yeah, there's just so much scheduling from Thanksgiving to New Year's. So if you guys want to give me a suggestion, if you'd rather do it on a Wednesday early in December or when the Wednesday after Christmas, which I better check when that is, because I already have 2 Christmas parties planned. And my parents' birthdays are also in December, so I can't miss those. There's a lot going on. Wednesdog, that would be the 29th, so December 29th would be, and it'd be the last Wednesday in December. Or there's like the 8th, the 15th, the 22nd. I think Wednesday, although it makes me rush from Anime Club most of the time, I think that might be a little bit easier. So, and Elsa Variant. Oh, I love that, Michael. I can sing Let It Go. I was singing Into the Unknown from Frozen 2 the other day, and one of the high school teachers like walked by and just stared at me, and I'm like, sorry, the house shook really bad. Like the table shook and everything. So I was kind of like, what was that? Yeah, we could. I'm not kind of worried about copyright reasons. You guys could maybe for the game. I think I know what game I want to do. It's not really Christmassy though, but I think it'd be really fun. And I would need an assistant. So I have to talk to my really wonderful friends locally. But if we could do like a half and half, so part would be that game, and then when I'm recovering from this game, maybe you guys could send me like a Christmas lyrics for a song, and I have to like sing the next verse or something, or sing the chorus or whatever. Because I know a lot of classic Christmas songs. Like I was singing Last Christmas today because when my kids heard it from a movie, they were singing it wrong. And then my co-teacher, who's like 53, she's like, I have never heard of that. And I'm like, you have never heard of Last Christmas? But then I know things like White Christmas and Silver Bells because I have a choir background. And what was our big shindig? Christmas music, Advent music. Oh, Miss Bauke, my beloved choir teacher in high school, we had this game where we had pictures, and she would have to we'd have to figure out from the pictures, like decode what Christmas song it was. So I found that sheet and I did it to my coworkers, and they only got, I think the highest team only got like half of them. I think like 12 out of 24, if that. And I was just, my choir part of me was like shriveling on the inside because I never got all of them right when I was a kid. Now that I look back, I'm like, oh, duh. I always would get like 19 or 20. So when you're a church singer and a choir nerd, you know Christmas music. And I love Christmas, and I watch Christmas movies with my mom all the time. So, and sappy cartoons. So Christmas songs are just in my blood. And Christmas specials. Miles and I always watch Christmas specials on the 23rd, Christmas Eve. Some of them are so bad. I think the worst one we ever watched was the He-Man and She-Ra Christmas special. Oh, so bad. I found it on YouTube a couple years ago. But it did give us Skeletor having to work with children and be nice, and he had like a mutant puppy dog. And all the memes, I don't want to be nice. I want to be evil. My brother does a fantastic Skeletor voice, and Goldar from Power Rangers. So we could both be voice actors, I think. But I've probably taken a lot of your guys' time. So again, thank you for those of you who chatted. Sorry for those of you who had trouble, but all of you, thank you for joining. And of course, a million thank yous and hearts and loves and kisses, rainbows and sparkles and Fruit Loops and whatever you want in this Love Fest Sunday for supporting me and my art and creativity outlet. And just all of us. This is for all of us, this audiobook and all these future projects with the Patreon. I've been told that I'm being very brave by going after my dream, but my dream would not be nearly possible without you guys. So thank you. 1,000 times. Thank you. Oh, Julie, I just saw your post. Oh, no. You're fine. Hey, girl, you're fine. You're here. That's what I appreciate. So thank you so much, guys. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Please check out the Patreon post. You get updates in your email, I believe, or I try to put them on Facebook as well. And if you are a patron, you can click them and it unlocks it automatically, which is awesome. We have 27. It'd be great if we got 30 patrons by Christmas. That would be a really great Christmas gift. But look forward to the cosplay video soon. Look forward to more updates on the super secret surprise that I'm working on project. And of course, a super sneak peek for you guys next week. So yay. I will definitely be posting between now and then, but just in case I don't physically see you or get to really talk to you more personal, have a very safe, warm, and blessed Thanksgiving. Know that you are a beautiful shining star, and having you in my galaxy just makes everything better and makes me feel wonderful. I'd be lost without all these wonderful lights in my life. So thank you guys. All right. You guys have safe dreams and safe travels, and just keep being awesome. All right. Take care. Bye. Love y'all. All right. See you